Okay, well, welcome back. We are going to be continuing, maybe finishing our journey here in Sleeping God's Distant Skies. On our last video, we did end at the end of a turn, so we're going to start a new turn, and we have 2 camps left. And we have 4 event cards until we see what Orphash has up his sleeve for Claire next. So let's go ahead, let's start our new turn. We'll get our 2 cards. Oh gosh, 2 6s. I wonder if we just have like all of the low numbers down here, because now we have a 6, a 7, and 2 more 6s. Yeah, we're gonna hold on to these for right now. Probably not gonna put them on any characters because it's just really expensive for us to do that at this point. But let's see what our next event is. And we have Possessed Travelers. Travelers talk in monstrous voices following you around. Oh, okay. So we're going to gain a Frightened. But let's see if maybe we have something in our deck that will just get rid of that so we don't have to worry about it. We do. We have Mikra's Pearl. So we're just going to ignore that for right now and put this in the discard pile. And for that, though, we do gain a Torch. In the grand scheme of what we could get, that was not bad at all. That was just a level 1. And we did end on a space with a Riddle Stone. So we're going to use 1 time to see what the riddle is. And before I forget, the a Riddle Stone is an Explore action. So Jessie is going to get +1 for her Guts card. And the riddle says, how many mountains? How many mountains? What number is the mountain? How many mountains? How many mountains? 2 numbers are the mountain. How many mountains? How many mountains? This number is the mountain. Whew, okay. Okay, so, let's see. Obviously we have like a mountain here, but 80 is the only part of this, and 68, I guess maybe, are the only parts of this actual mountain range. There is a mountain down here, but the 72 doesn't look like it's on the mountain. And I don't know, are these mountains? I think they're geysers, not actually mountains. This would be more of a hill. What number is the mountain? 2 numbers are the mountain. This number is the mountain. I mean, these 2 numbers could be part of this mountain, right? It does say 2 numbers are the mountain, and then this number is the mountain. Okay, so I got this one wrong. I'm not going to tell you what the answer is, just in case you are looking for it, but I was definitely looking at it the wrong way. So we will not gain the blood flowers, which I think it was just 1. Gain 1 blood flower. Yeah, and I would have gained a quest. So bummer, didn't get that one, but we are going to cross off our Riddle Rock here because we cannot guess again. But if you know what the answer is or you think you know, let me know in the comments. I'm curious to see if somebody else got it. I did not. Okay, so that was 1 time, and now we need to figure out what we want to do next. We've actually not gone to 59, 20, or 88 yet. And I know there are some things on to the south that we still need to do, but we will also want to refuel the plane. I do have another way of refueling the plane from one of the cards we got a long time ago, so I'm not super worried about that. So let's move the 1 and then use 2 time to go to 59. Since we're doing an Explore action, Azarius will gain a stamina back, and Jessie will gain a health.
You find the grotesque remains of a traveler near the trees. Crows peck at his open stomach as the corpse stares at you with a horrified, frozen scream. You take a map from his satchel.
Okay, so we need to do a Moxie test of 10, and that shouldn't be a problem. We have Claire that already has 5, and plus Ed that has 4. So we have to flip for it. It was a 5. We could have done it with just Claire. That's fine. And now we are going to gain Quest 117. And Quest 117 is a treasure map. Let's spend our last time to move here, and we can start our next turn. We'll grab 2 more cards. There's a 6 and a 6. Maybe we really just have good numbers left. Ooh, they're both craft cards. That nimble wouldn't be too bad. In combat, if this character rolls a -1, re-roll. And it would only take 3 cards to put that on Claire. And it will help us repair our plane. Let's do it. I'm going to spend these 3 to put nimble on Claire. So that brings her up to 5 craft. Not too shabby. So we can check our next event. Poison Ivy, because why not? Jesse's arms and neck are covered in rashes. All right, let's see if we have a way to get rid of poison. Okay, so Jesse's going to gain a venom, which is -1 health at the turn start. But Miguel does have the ability to either remove poison this way or spend 1 stamina and Og root to heal 4 and remove a poison or a venom. So I think that's what we're going to do because we do have 1 root left and people need to heal. So we can get rid of this now and we'll get Ed. We'll take 2 and Jesse will heal 2. And that way he still has some health back. And actually we'll just get that root right back as the reward for getting Poison Ivy, I guess. Okay, so start of this turn, we don't have anything here. Oh, do we want to do 88 or 20? Let's do 20. So we're going to spend 1 time and I will do 2 more because we are exploring and Jesse will gain 1 health back. And let's see what we have at 20.
Strolling the cobble streets of Milius, you rest in the shadow of the town hall. Do you A, enter the town hall, or B, search for the local historian?
Okay, so we don't have the word him and we also don't have the word cook, so we are going to enter the town hall.
You meet the mayor of Milius town, a tall woman with 2 heavy braids.
You people look like you come from one of the crashed flying machines. Yes? I don't understand where you come from. The people like you keep showing up here. There was a man named Bernard staying at the inn. He gathered a group of hunters together. Said they were going to kill the Healthark. I hope I don't need to tell you what a terrible idea that is.
No one here is interested in a quick death.
You say.
But can you tell us more about this group of hunters?
What I'm worried about most is that Bernard and his hunters will anger the Healthark. The giant creature might exact revenge on our little town. 10 years ago, a group of fanatics were looking for the Healthark's nest. All they wanted to do was worship the beast, but they ventured too close, and the Titan crushed them in a rock slide. Then it flew over here and dropped a boulder near one of the houses. We were lucky. It was meant as a warning, even though we had nothing to do with the fanatics.
Can't you pacify the beast?
Asks Ed.
Show it you mean no harm?
Some have tried, but none survive. The creature is ancient, and its purpose is singular. To guard the god Eye. Nothing to do but leave it alone. Perhaps you can find Bernard before it's too late.
A lost passenger named Bernard, likely from Heinrich's Plain, set out north of Milius town to hunt and kill the Healthrock. Mayor O'Cray wants us to stop him and his crew before they stir up the Healthrock's wrath. Okay, well, I think it's going to be time for us to move up closer to the God's Eye pretty soon. But till then, we're going to take 2 time to move 2 to go to 88. That will end our turn here. And I think right now our plan is we might go up here and see, because there's, I know we have a treasure map there, but I want to get to our plane so we can refuel and then we can move up closer to the God's Eye, which I don't think we've been to that map yet. But let's start our next turn. Oh, I put these in the wrong spot. So let's go back to put our timer back at the beginning. We'll draw our 2 cards, a 7 and a 5. Ooh, let's hold on to this one. We might be able to put this one on Ed or on Miguel, who has, I could put it on Miguel right now. He has 2, and then he can use his stamina to get more. Let's hold on to it for right now, but that's definitely a possibility. We'll check our next event. Stalking Wolf. A white wolf stalks you relentlessly. Scare the wolf is a 7 moxie, no problem. Honestly, I think we'll just use Claire for this one. That one's not that high. We only need a 7, and she has 5. And it's a 7. I think we've really gotten rid of a lot of the low number cards, so I'm sure there's more in here, but I don't think we need to worry about it too much. We are going to get some meat from that wolf. And now we can explore, which number 88, that's 2. And now Jesse is at full health. Let's see what we got at 88.
A Lucran man camps on the edge of the village. A heavy-horned pack animal lounges in the grass nearby.
I'm an art trader from Lucra. We lost so much art when Shorm destroyed our museum. If you know of any local art I could buy, please tell me. I traveled here to trade at the mansion north of town, but all of it is too expensive.
Do you A, tell him you know of some fascinating art if he can take care of it? Or B, help him cook a soup?
Okay, so we don't have keyword valuable, so we're going to help him cook a soup. So we'll gain adventure card 108, which is honey broth, and return to the map. Okay, and honey broth is 1 honey and 1 auger for 4 health and 4 stamina. Man, that's nice, because the stamina one, that's been a struggle. That has been a struggle. So we'll put that with the rest of our cards. Oh man, so I definitely want to try to do the treasure map because I need another ice diamond. But as of right now, we don't have a lot of cards to give us perception. But I mean, we're here. We only have 1 rope though. But we could take the damage. It's just 3. So let's spend our 1, 2, 3 time that we have left to go up here. I'm just going to have Jesse take 1, 2, 3 damage. That's the end of our turn, so we're going to have to do the search next time because I think it is, yeah, we have to spend 1 time. So we're going to go back to the beginning of the turn. We're going to get 2 more cards. Oh, there's a 3. Goodness gracious. Oh, there's 2 3s. Oh, we want to get those out of our deck. Glad I didn't spend the cards we already have. Let's get rid of these. Okay, I'm going to spend 3 of these to put this one on Ed. I mean, I'd rather have this one on him, but to be honest, I'd rather just have this 3 out of the deck and not worried about it. Or, oh man, I don't think he's ever going to get to the point that he only has 1 to 3 health, but who knows? We're going to do it. We're going to put it on here. He's going to get another one. Or, hold on, wait a minute. I could spend 1 less and put it on Miguel. Let's do that. Miguel also has like a reroll and some other things going for him, I feel like. So yeah, let's spend just the 2 to put it cornered on Miguel. He does kind of fight more, so he has a better chance of having that lower health. You know what we could do? We could actually just put this one on Azarias because he already has a base one, and he gets stamina every time we explore, and he can use stamina to get more craft. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to spend... Not yet. I'm going to hold on to these just in case. We'll see, but maybe that's a plan we'll do. But let's check our next event card, and we have raiding raccoons. Okay. Raccoons rob the plane, chewing cables and causing mayhem. Turn and gain 1 threat. If +3 threat, draw fate. Oh my gosh. If fate 1 to 5, take 1 plane damage and lose 1 resources. Oh god. This remains in play until we move the plane, but we are heading in that direction to move the plane, but that's going to be a problem. Definitely going to be a problem. Okay, so we're going to spend 1 time, and we are going to do a perception check, which is the reason why I didn't want to get rid of this one yet, just in case. So we are going to use Claire, and we're going to use Miguel. They get us up to 7, and we want a 15. We want a 15 or 16, so we can unlock our Stone of Snow. Let's see what we get. It's a 7. Okay, so I'm going to spend this one. Glad I held onto it. That gets us up to 15, which gives us an ice diamond, which I am just going to not even pick up because I'm going to spend these 2 that we have to unlock the Stone of Snow, which is Adventure Card 22. Okay, and a Stone of Snow allows us to ignore a lot of the obstacles. Actually, that's not that exciting because, yeah, that's not that exciting. Okay, so we are going to go, okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to move back to where our plane is. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 time. And, what do we want to do? Oh man, we don't have enough time to move the plane. Oh my gosh, I forgot that we had the whiskey too for the mountains and the water. Okay, unfortunately, we don't have enough time left to fly. That's so sad, but we are going to refuel the plane. I am going to use a torch and a whiskey as the 2 resources we need to fuel up the plane all the way. Oh, I forgot. So Claire can actually be anywhere on the atlas to refuel. So that's good to know. Okay, she just has to be at the same place as the plane in order to repair. But you know what we can do is we can still move the plane with Eugene. We can pay 1 fuel to move the plane, draw fate for damage. You may transport Claire if she's on the plane's location. So that is how we are going to fly with no time left and get rid of that super annoying one with the raccoons. And where are we flying? Oh gosh. I think we should go fly towards the God's Eye, but I know we also get a whole bunch of stuff if we go to Herculean Forest. Oof. I think we want to get that passenger though. Oh, let's put this in there. Yeah, let's go to, I'm guessing that is, what is it? You know what? There's no plane there. There is no plane on this map. OMG. So maybe we just do fly to Herculean Forest and then we can just fly back here and then go up towards the God's Eye? Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let's move our plane to Herculean Forest. That is going to cost us a fuel. And for damage, it's going to be 1 + 4. So that is 0 damage. So we lucked out there. Oof, that 4, though, is in there. Ooh, look at that, though. Removing poison on self. Oh, we don't have that option. But we are going to... We're using that time right now. We are going to spend our last time to move to 27. That'll take us to the end of the turn. So here we go. Okay, first we're going to grab our 2 cards we have prepared and shrug off. Ooh, that could maybe be nice to put on Azarias. Get that 4 out of here. I'm all about getting these small numbers out. But before we do that, we need to turn to page 109.
But can we trust Migre?
Miguel's words to Ed reach your ear, and you stop to listen.
What's to stop her from taking all the totems we find and leaving us to rot in the mountains while the God Eye closes?
Henrik told us what would happen if we tried to fly through the portal without her help,
Says Ed.
We don't have much of a choice.
Ed watches Azarias, who is sitting quietly out of earshot.
I'm more worried about our Lucra friend over there. He's been holding his cards close to the chest. Let's hope he plays a hand in our favor when all of this is over.
Later that night, as you sit down to rest near the coals of your campfire, Mikra's pearl eyes and starry night hair glint from the shadows.
You defeated Orfash once, but he will attack us again before this is all over. With the power of the totems, we can defeat him and remove your curse. Do you still have hallucinations?
Yes, but they're not as common.
This is a good sign. It means Orfash's strength is waning as well. When you have restored at least 5 totems, meet me at the graveyard of flying machines north of Shormezgisas.
Mikra disappears as the moon hides behind a cloud.
So now we have keyword N. Mikra told us that when we have at least 5 restored totems and we're ready to go home, we should meet her at the graveyard of flying machines north of Shorme's geysers in the northeast. Note, if playing the long campaign, you need at least 9 restored totems. We also got a tundra berry. That part's not very exciting, but we'll take it anyway. We do actually have 10 totems that we have currently restored, so we are good there, but there are a couple things I want to do. We know that Bernard is up by the God's Eye. I want to go get him because we've only rescued one set of passengers, which are the twins. So we are not doing very good on that aspect, and I think we could do better. So let's do that. Also, I was so excited to get here that I forgot that we flew and took care of those things, and we'd also taken care of this one. So we need to get 2 torches, 2 augroots, a rope, and an ability card. So we did get this ability card. Kind of unfortunate. We probably could have gotten that 4 out of here if I'd done it in the right order, but that's my bad. I'm going to grab these, put them in the discard pile, and then we can continue with our turn. Ooh, but before we continue with our turn, before we fly again, though, I do want to go here because I think that is where the person is that Azarias is looking for. So since we're here, we should probably get them. Before we do that, now that I do have the other card, I am actually going to put this craft on Azarias. It'll just give him, since he can spend, he gets stamina so easily. And since it's his first one, that is just going to take, oh man, only 2 cards. Now we can spend 1 time to move 1, and we will do 1, 2 to explore. That will give Jesse 1 health, and we can look at 91. And we do have keyword loss, so we're going to go to 91.1.
A small camp is nestled in a thick patch of woodland with canvas tents of brown and green to blend into the environment. If you hadn't known where to look, you might have never spotted it.
Arlos, set up the drying rack over there by the fire pit.
The man issuing orders is tall but thin, with warm dark skin and long locks that reach halfway down his back. His demeanor is confident but not demanding, and the others follow his orders gladly.
Sinig!
The man turns and his face lights up as he spots Azarias. Azarias runs up to him, and the 2 men embrace.
Thank the gods you're okay.
Oh, I never thought I'd hear you thank the gods for anything.
Azarias looks embarrassed.
It's merely an expression.
Who are these people with you?
Zenig looks at you with curiosity, but not hostility.
They look like otherworlders.
Azarias nods.
Sinig, these are my colleagues in the work I am doing with Mikra. And everyone, this is Zenignel, my husband.
Your husband?
Jesse seems delighted.
Why didn't you tell us earlier we were looking for someone so important?
Azarias shuffles his feet, still embarrassed.
I am sorry for my secrecy, but we have many enemies. And over the years, I've learned not to trust easily. But you've proven yourselves to be 2 allies, friends even. Thank you all for your help. I can't tell you how much it means to me to know that Zenig is safe.
Zenig shakes your hand.
I am so pleased to meet you all. We lost a lot in our fight, so we can't offer you much. But I managed to steal this from the cultists during the battle. Maybe it will help you. And you're welcome back here anytime you need a bit of rest and rejuvenation on your journey. We're probably going to be staying here for a while.
Okay, so we get to restore 3 health, so Jesse is up to full. Nobody had any status effects, so we're not going to get that, but we did get keyword found. We met Azarias' husband, Zanig, in a hidden camp near Thistletown. He's offered to give us aid anytime we stop by. And we have got the Stone of Dark, which is a dormant totem that's going to take a leaf, a diamond, and an egg. So that, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. It is now the only one we have, so there's that as well. But I think now we're going to move our 2 to go back to the plane. That'll be the end of our time. So I think that's the end of our turn, so I don't think that. I know that. But I think we're going to start our next turn and go to the geysers and then walk north to the God's Eye, and then we can come back down to the geysers for the end of the game. So let's go start our new turn, grab 2 ability cards. Oh my gosh, there's another 3. That makes me nervous. I'll definitely want to just try to keep those out of the deck as that's running low. Our next event card is Merchant Flight. Merchants from Stormlock City want you to haul some cargo. Remains in play until you move the plane. Guess what? We're moving the plane now, so I'm just going to throw this in discard, and I will grab the 2 ropes. So it's going to take us 2 time to move the plane. We will lose a fuel, and we will check fate for damage. And we moved 1 space and plus the 5. So that is 6. So our damage, our plane health is now down to 2. Slight bummer, but not the worst. We are actually here. We could just repair. I'm a little worried about stamina though, but we did just get that recipe that does give a lot of stamina and 4 health. I also have meat for stamina. I'm afraid of moving north and then getting something that's going to damage the plane. Let's use a stamina now and 1 time for Claire to repair the plane. And you know what? Azarias is going to as well, so hopefully we can get 11 or higher to heal or repair 3 damage. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 2. Glad I used both. That's going to repair 2 damage. Oh man, that 2. That's awful. Okay, so that's the end of that turn. We really don't have to worry about fueling. So we are going to head north to 18. So that's going to bring us here. So we're going to go 1, 2. So that is the rest of our time there. We are flying through time now. I'm wondering if it's picking it up. It is so windy. Like my wall is rattling next to me. So if you hear weird rattling, it's literally the wind. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're at the end of the turn. We're gonna go back up to the top. We're gonna draw. Let's see. Ooh, get that 3 out. Oh, there's 2 buffs in here. Wow, one was a 1 and one's a 3. Wild. Oh man. I so want to put that on Azarias. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. He can take 2 more. I would have to have 6 cards. I have 5. So I have to wait a bit. But it means I can't put another one on him yet. Another strength yet. Okay, let's see what our event is. Cargo delivery, of course. Move the plane to Stormlock City. Not happening. But at least it's not a negative one. So let's travel just the 1 to move up here. We are going to explore. So Azarias will get 1 of his stamina back. And this is number 30.
A shadowy figure approaches from across the frozen landscape, erratically scrambling across the stones. They're speaking to themselves, but the sounds are quickly snatched away by the howling winds, and you can't understand a word of it. When the figure spots you, they grow abruptly still, staring in your direction. Then, just as abruptly, they run straight toward you at surprising speed. Do you A, run, or B, stand your ground? The person stops right before they crash into you. They have long, stringy hair and a gaunt look about their features. They don't seem bothered by the cold, despite wearing clothes far too light for the weather.
Many eyes we used to have, and many voices. Only one now. One now. Many streams in a delta. Only one ocean. One ocean. Many eyes and many voices. Then the heretics came, and the traitor, and it was all snatched away from us, one by one, until only one voice. Singular. Don't like being singular. But we kept our eyes to see many things, guarded them carefully. The traitor and the heretics couldn't take our eyes from us. But the Ufalog took us unaware and stole our many eyes. And now we have only one. Only one. Only one.
Miguel looks the person up and down with the curiosity of a scholar.
I have to say I'm both confused and intrigued. Especially because you appear to have two eyes, my friend.
Azarius puts a hand on Miguel's shoulder. He's watching the strange person with suspicion.
I believe this is Ival, a god who was once a wandering legion of spirits with a single will. It looks like the weakening of their powers has made them into a single physical being.
Do you think they would do us harm if given the chance?
Azarius shrugs.
Ival has always been a strange one, difficult to predict.
Yaval ignores this conversation and continues.
You, steal back our many eyes, would you? The Ufalog, with only 4, was jealous of how many we had. Bring us our many eyes, and we will lend you the powers of a god. Only one.
They press something into your hand as you prepare to leave. Perhaps some form of prepayment.
Okay, so we got keyword 1. The god Yuval wants us to steal their many eyes back from an Ophalog who took them. From what we've been told, Ophalogs inhabit the far north regions of this world. And we also got a Gorgon leaf, which we do need for one of our only dormant totem. It's now the only leaf we have. We're going to hold on to that, but we're going to move on. You know, I'm kind of wondering though. I mean, I know we're looking for keyword cook, but maybe they didn't get that far. Maybe, because like here's a path. Maybe they're on that path here, but we're already here. So let's use our one time where we move up. We're going to use 2 more time and check out 81.
The god eye swirls above you, a tantalizing doorway that you know leads straight back to San Francisco. You're so close, but flying is the only way to get through it, and it's a death sentence with the health arc looming somewhere above. You find some supplies and a crashed plane nearby and move on.
Okay, totally not what we were looking for, but we got a whiskey and a meat. So we will move our timer down 1. Let's move here. That is going to take us to the beginning of the next turn. So move our timer up, get 2 more cards. It's a 6 and a 2. Oh, I want to get that out of there. I think we're going to put this 2 on Miguel so we can get some of these low cards out of the way. I'm going to hold on to these ones that are going to be low. So I'm going to hold on to them so I can possibly put them on Azarius, one or both of them. I think was the plan is both of them in a certain order. So to put this one on Miguel, it's going to cost 2 plus 2, so 4. So we're going to use 1, 2, 3. No, wait, no, because we don't do that. That's backwards. We're going to do the 1, 2, 3, and 4 are going to go back in the pool. They're still not the best, but hey, whatever. And we will put another perception on Miguel, and I think now he might be full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is now full up. He cannot take any more cards. That's okay, because we are nearing the end. I just want to find Bernard, and then we can go to end. That's it. That's all I'm looking for. That's all we're trying to do right now. Okay, and so we'll draw our events card. Impending rock slide. Muddy earth threatens to Send a rock slide toward the plane. Turn end. Gain 1 threat. Draw fate. Plus threat. If 7 plus, take 2 plane damage and discard this card. Remains in play until you move the plane. Well, golly. The plane does have a decent amount of health right now, so that is what it is. Now the question is, do we want to try 62 or 19? I think I'm going to say 62 because it looks like there's a bit of a path that maybe he could have been taking on the way to the God's Eye. So yeah, let's move 1, 2, 3. That's 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to check 62. That puts us at the end of that turn. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we do have keyword cook, so we're actually going to 62.2. Before we do that, though, I am going to discard a rope for the... You know what? No. We are going to use Claire's Daring and get rid of a whiskey to ignore the terrain, because honestly, I don't think there's any more whiskey for us to collect. Okay, let's go to 62.2.
Quiet grasses poke out of the snow, swaying with the blustering breath of the mountain. To the north, there's a face carved in the slope. A crooked nose runs hundreds of feet up to a smooth eye. In the gap between peaks, there's a swirling, glowing anomaly. The second eye of the mountain face, and your gateway back to Earth, the God Eye. You meet a group of hunters. Their fur jackets are stained with grease and blood, and each of them carries a bow and a spear. One of them wears a cowboy hat and clutches a holstered pistol. This must be Bernard.
Who are you people?
Henrik sent us looking for passengers to bring you back and find a way to get home.
You say.
Well, tell him I've already found one, so he can stop looking and get on over here.
Bernard turns to go, but Azarius stops him.
You can't kill the Hellthog. It's too powerful. You're hunters. You should know better.
What do you care, stranger?
Bernard bristles.
Mayor Familius is worried you'll make it angry, and it will destroy her town,
says Miguel.
The mayor? What a fool. I'll kill this beast, and they won't have to worry about it again. This is the only way home. You know it. You just don't want to admit it.
Do you A, talk him out of attacking the Health Ark? Or B, tell him you'll help him attack the Health Ark?
Okay, so we do have a rope for that steep terrain, and now we have to decide if we want to try to talk him out, which is a cunning of 14, which I don't know, we might be able to do, or tell him we'll help him attack the Health Ark. Not sure. Okay, so I definitely think that because we were sent to stop him from attacking the Health Ark to protect the town, I think we need to do the cunning 14. But here's the problem. So Ed has 4, Miguel has 3, so it's 7, and we need a cunning of 14. And that's going to be really hard because Miguel has no stamina. Gosh. But what we could do is we could use our Gargon Leaf, and that's going to give us a +8 fate. So even if we don't use Miguel, with Ed and the leaf, we have 12. So as long as we get a 2 or higher, and even if we get a 1, we can use Mikra's aid to help with the cunning. Or we can use his Ed's once per challenge of being able to redraw fate. Now obviously that would kind of suck using it because we do actually have a totem left that's dormant that we just got that does require a Gorgon Leaf, but we actually also have a lot of these fire quartz which are higher level. So if somehow we manage to get another diamond and egg before the end of the game, we have the quartz. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Okay, so we're gonna use Ed for the challenge. So he has 4 plus 4, that's 8. So if our leaf, that is 16, and that does make it a success. Too bad we didn't get this and we weren't able to put it on Ed though, because that would have been nice. or on Miguel, but Miguel didn't have any stamina left, so we couldn't use him. But that is a success, so we are going to turn to 62.4.
Bernard relents. Some of his companions look relieved.
I'm losing my mind here. Maybe this health arc is too much for us. I want to get home more than anything, but I can't do that if I'm dead. I just hope your plan works.
Suddenly, an ear-splitting cry fills the air. The health arc flies overhead. It watches you with many eyes, like a hawk hunting a mouse, unhappy that you ventured this close to the god eye. With a great flap of its wings, it throws a hurricane wind at you.
Well, crap. Okay, we need to do a strength 16, and we have a base of 8. Oh my gosh. And we don't have any more leaves. I think that's the only thing that gets us. Oh man, it is. Gain a weakened and a frightened. Okay, so maybe we just do an automatic fail and save the stamina. Take the damage, because I think we're going to have to camp after this anyway. I mean, I guess we could try for it. We are getting to the end of the game. I could just discard these. But I know we have, I mean, I'm assuming we're going to have like a nice big battle maybe at the end. And it wouldn't hurt to have some more strength on Azarias if I can get there. But I don't know if we have enough turns to get enough cards. So, okay, yeah, we're going to go for it. We're going to shuffle up these ability cards, and then we'll see how this goes. Okay, so we're going to use Jesse. We're going to use Azarias. Oh, man. When we camp, even if we fail, we can take off because Miguel has that special ability. But so we have 8 as a base, and I have these 2 that I can get rid of. And other than that, we got nothing. We got nothing. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay, let's get it. One of our 2 8s. One of our 2 8s. It's a 7. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We are going to spend... Let's get rid of buff to make that up to 16 total. So we pass. And now we can go on to 62.5.
You hang on to a piece of granite. The winds pummel your party, and dust and dirt blast your face. Some of Bernard's companions are carried away like dried leaves, disappearing into the mist below, their screams echoing over the mountainside. Miguel rubs dirt from his eyes, turning to Bernard.
You thought you had a chance.
Bernard doesn't reply. He just stands there, frozen, mouth gaping, scanning the mist for the lost hunters.
Let's get the hell out of here,
says Jesse, grabbing him by the jacket and pulling him away.
Whack! Oh my gosh! This isn't even like a final thing either, I don't think. Oh my gosh! Now we have to do a perception 14. If we fail, it's 10 health and gain a weekend. I think we're just gonna fail it. A 14, nobody has stamina, and I don't want to use up the rest of our meat to do that. Oh, -2 to skills. That's, oh my gosh. Okay, who are we going to give the weekend to? Oh, well, I'm -2 to skills. We're resting anyway. Let's give it to Ed. We're going to do an automatic fail. Of course, it was a 7, but I mean, we would have passed it, but I would have had to use up 2 meat to do that. So that is, we got the weekend, and now it is -10 health. So everybody will just lose 2 because they'll get that back when we rest. So that's not the end of the world. Oh my goodness.
You climb down, hearing the screams of the health arc, but you can no longer see it.
Y'all, we should have just left that man. we should have let him go. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was wild. So we're going to complete quest 65, which was cook. gain adventure card 101. So we'll get Bernard, who is a passenger, and cross off location 62. That is fine. I do not want to go back here. Okay, so we got Bernard for 1 meat. It's 5 health, 2 stamina, or use him for 2 block. That's not too bad. And I also marked him on our passenger list. Okay, that was intense. That was way intense. We are going to camp. This is going to be our second to last camp. Okay, and when we reach this part, which I just crossed off, it says, when you mark this camp after camping, so we'll do that. If keyword glutton turn to 106, if keyword debt turn to 107. We never got glutton, and we did take care of the debt, so we don't have to worry about that. But we have 1 camp left, and if we camp again, after we camp, we move immediately to location 80 on Atlas page 13 and turn to 120. So, yikes. Which I'm slightly confused because I don't see an 80 on this page. I'm wondering if it meant 81. Either way, that's not where we're headed right now. So we are going to camp. I don't think there's anything we want to use. Actually, there probably is, because we have the one that... Okay, so I'm going to use Unled's bait to get 2 meat and a sand honey. I think that's the only one we wanted to use before we camp. Okay, so we got our stamina back. I healed everybody back up. Ed lost his weekend as part of camp. And we have all of our adventure cards back. And yeah, that's the end of the turn. Yeah, we are headed, and you know what, I misspoke. I was looking at 13 here. This is page 19. So actually that is where we're going, is number 80 on page 13. But first we're going to start the new turn, flip over our ability cards, and let's see, not quite enough to add this one to Azarias. So I think we'll just hold on to those. We'll do another event card. Hopefully it's not anything too crazy. Oh, at the end of the turn, though, we needed to, you know what? We'll say before we ended our turn, we moved the plane. We'll just have, because we got this card back. We'll move that, and, oh, he's already at the geyser, so I don't think it's matter. We'll hold on to it. I don't care. Okay, so we needed to do this, but I needed to add a threat and draw fate. So it would have, I should have done this beforehand. So I think then I would have drawn the 7 as the fate for that, so that would have been higher. So the plane would have taken 2 damage, and we could discard that card. Okay, so I need to draw another one for this turn, which is that one. That's fine. And now we can draw an event for this turn. Oh no, Miguel dreams of the portal closing and never seeing Ruby again. Shut the front door. Gosh darn it. Miguel just gained madness and weaken. So he can't use his skills, which he could use to get rid of the weekend. Such garbage. But we gain a root. Yay. Oh, shucks. Okay, we have to at least get rid of the weekend, because I guess we can wait. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize I had this one. It's the scout, use a stamina to travel, no time cost. There was a point earlier that we wanted to travel. Oops, that should have been in there. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna use Mikra's Pearl to remove the madness. You know what? We're not. Let's see if it matters. Maybe we don't even need to do it, and then we don't have to worry about it. But I was going to use Mikra's Pearl to remove the madness. With the madness, then I could spend 2 stamina to remove the weekend, but maybe we don't even need it. For right now, we are going to move 1 down to go to page 13, which puts us right here, where we have the obstacle. That's fine. Let's get rid of a whiskey using Claire's daring ability. So that was 1 time, and now I'm going to spend 2 more time, 1, 2, to move to 80, and we have just enough. Oh man, you guys, this is it. I think we have 2 time left to explore. Azarius is at full stamina. Jesse's at full health. So we're good there. So we are going to go to 80 with our keyword of ending. So very interesting. It is, so when you do, if keyword end and you have at least 5 restored totems, 9 if playing a long campaign, you're ready to finish the campaign, turn to 120. But that's what we needed to turn to if we ran out of camping. So I'm wondering if no matter what, if it's the same ending, because there are 6 different endings in this game. But let's go to 120 and find out. Okay, so it says if you do not have adventure card 96, which is Heinrich, and you also do not have keyword loss, gain adventure card 96. So we actually gain the card for Heinrich since we don't have loss. But okay, cool. I was kind of worried about leaving him behind. I honestly do not remember what keywords we needed at his camp, which possibly would have got him for us. So if we had had Heinrich previously, remove any 1 status fact or get 3 defense.
You journey to the graveyard of airplanes. The God Eye, the portal to your home, swirls in the distant sky. As the sun wanes and the night frogs begin their chants, Mikra watches you with white eyes from shadows as dark as an inkwell.
The time has come. The portal will close soon. Tell me you have the totems.
She says, striding forward, her feet barely leaving prints on the ground.
We have them.
You say, digging into your bag. You rummage through bits of rope, matches, and notes, but you can't find the totems. Jessie pulls out her pockets and badgers Ed and Miguel, but no one has them. A smile gathers at the corner of Mikra's mouth.
I know where they are,
she says, looking at Azarius. He stares back at her silently, hesitation in his eyes and on the edge of his tongue.
Well, then give her the totems,
says Jessie.
I want to go home.
I can't do that,
says Azarius, now with growing determination.
What are you talking about? Quit wasting time and give her the totems,
says Miguel.
It's obvious, isn't it? He wants the totems to continue the Red Heretic's work of weakening the gods. Shorme destroyed his home, and he wants revenge.
Azarius almost looks relieved now that the truth is out in the open. His tensed shoulders relax a little.
How long have you known?
I've known since we met. But it didn't trouble me, since I was the one who started the Red Heretics in the first place.
Azarius returns an expression of guarded disbelief.
But why would you create something you knew would weaken all the gods?
I could no longer watch the world suffer. There was too much pain and death, even if it meant putting myself in mortal danger. Ages ago, before a great sleep fell upon us, Shorme and Valard destroyed the vast Pan Empire. Now only a few pitiful nomads remain. When the gods were awakened 8 years ago, they crushed nations in their rage. Shorme killed thousands in the city of Lucra. The gods have lived above mortals far too long. Sleeping for centuries helped me realize that. And when I discovered the secret to destroying the gods, I decided to share it.
Why didn't you tell us earlier?
Asks Jessie.
Orphash is already hunting me because I destroyed his temple. If all the gods knew my secret, they would work together to destroy me. I only share this with you now because I must.
Azarius wears a troubled expression now.
Do you have any proof?
The way to destroy a totem and weaken the gods is to pour hectocron venom on it, correct? And where do you think the venom came from? I was the one to procure it. Only a god could do such a thing.
You lied to us this whole time. You were going to take the totems for yourself?
Azarius shakes his head.
To destroy the gods completely is to become like them. Cruel, destructive, heartless. We don't want to murder all the gods, but we do expect them to live as equals.
And where does that leave us?
A sudden explosion of flame and smoke throws everyone but Mikra to the ground. Orphish roars from the smoke, his horns eternally burning, his eyes black with bloodlust.
Sean! Ormlud! Where are you?
Two more gods appear, one of them a short, curly-haired woman with a fishing pole, the other a pale woman with obsidian hair and ember eyes.
What's this about?
Says the short woman, swashing the fishing pole in his face.
I have no interest in your little feud with Mikra.
Listen, Ormlud. I've had my suspicions for weeks, but now I am certain. I can prove Mikra has been scheming with mortals to betray the gods.
Shorm looks intrigued, watching Mikra with deadly eagerness.
Ah, not this again. Why would she do something like this? She's as weak as the rest of us.
Orphish stamps the ground with a heavy hoof, sending chunks of rock and dirt in every direction.
Because she has sided with the mortals. She wants to be one of them. This Lukran she's working with is a red heretic.
Ormlud throws down the fishing pole and waddles up to Azarius, grabbing the edge of his coat and sniffing it.
Yes. Orphash is right. This man has the smell of hectocron venom on him. It's in one of his pockets.
Shorm turns to Mikra, rage filling her eyes.
Traitor, how dare you work against us?
Mikra nods solemnly.
Azarius, now is the time. Give me the totems. It's the only way we'll defeat them.
Azarius hesitates, looking from one god to another, then throws a small pouch toward Mikra. Orphish yells and raises an axe. Shorm shakes the ground with a slammed foot, and Ormlud picks up her fishing pole. Mikra gathers starlight from the dusk sky and throws it at the other gods, who charge at her.
Well, alrighty then. So we are going to restore all health, which we already did. Restore all stamina, which is fine because we did that. Get all our adventure cards back. That's fine because we just camped. Gain adventure card 100, which is Mikra. Remove one status effect. So I am going to remove this weekend from Miguel, and I guess we might as well just use the other card, Mikra's Pearl, to get rid of the madness. Okay, well then. And adventure card 100 is Mikra, who will give us 15 health. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna get ready for battle, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so they have a lot of power tokens. Also, Orphash has deal 4 damage to 1, deal 4 damage to 1. Umlad, and also has a frightened. Umlad has allies deal +2 counter damage, which right now is insane. And she heals an ally. And Shorme is add 1 power to an ally, does it twice, and both Orphash and Shorme have defense. This is going to be a struggle. And you know what? Before we get started, I took out a lot of the cards that pretty much kind of like disorient. I think they're going to be putting on a lot of things back on. I think I'm going to put some of these back into our deck, not so much for the damage, but just to kind of help mitigate, like maybe Nat Gun. Flank isn't super helpful. We can always choose not to use them if we don't need it and use other cards instead. I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to get these another shuffle. Okay, so our first 5 cards are going to be the Salamander Sword, Mechanical Fist, Shorme's Star, maybe we'll use it on her because that's kind of funny, Precise Strike, and Double Punch. So I think Claire will use the Mechanical Fist. It makes sense because she's the only one that has Craft, and she has 5. Okay, so what now? Oh, what else are we gonna do? Okay, let's have Azarius use Shorme's star. And you know what? Let's actually just start with that. Let's start with that, and then we'll figure it out. So, Azarius is going to attack Shorme because I want to get rid of this +2 counter. Oh, he's gonna have to roll so high, so high. So maybe actually it's Jesse, because Jesse can get the diagonals. Okay, Jesse's actually going to use Shorme's star on Shorme. So we're going to grab our dice. Oh gosh. So before we do that though, let's do things that aren't an attack. And let's use Claire's snare using 1 rope to remove 2 power tokens. Because Shorme's star will also remove 1. So that's good. All right. So this is going to be a base of 4 plus a roll. And honestly, even if it's the 4, we can get at least these 3. So it's not the end of the world. It's a 0. That's fine. Okay, so we got 4. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, which then will give her a synergy. Oh, wait. But she has buff, so she gets 5. Yes, sir. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. She also removes a power token. And let's see. Then it's a 3 damage, but 1 is blocked. She takes 2 damage. Whew. Okay. Shorme is basically kind of taken care of for right now. I'm not super worried about her. So who is she going to give her synergy to? I guess it makes sense to have Claire go next, because I know she's going to be doing that. Oh gosh. Okay. So, because then she can get the block. So, oh, that's funny. I was saying to use it on Shorme just from names, but I had her tech umlaut. Whatever. Okay. So, let's have. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking. Let's have Claire go next. She'll actually attack Shorme. So she has a base of 1 plus her craft. So base of 6 plus a die roll. I'm going to have her use a rope again for her snare to remove 2 of the power tokens. So it's a base of 6 plus the dice roll, and it will remove a power token. And since she has a synergy, she'll get 3 block. And she got a 1. So what did I say? That was 6. So she's 7. But she will. Shorme does have 1 block, so it's still going to be the 6. That's okay. Oh, we need to remember that if she rolls a -1, she gets to reroll. Okay, but she also has Battle Cry, so we could use her stamina to add 1 to the attack, but let's see where we're at so far. I think she's actually going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and take out a lot of these. I know oh man, we have 2 more attacks, but the other 2 maybe can get these 2, and then Jesse can get that. So yeah, that's what we'll do, and that will still cover a synergy. Let's have Jesse take that synergy, and Claire is going to use the synergy to block 3 damage, because OMG. Oh, we need to take the 1 power token for the mechanical fist, so she will take 2 damage. Next, I'm going to have Jesse go, and Jesse is going to use the salamander sword. Oh man, a little worried. Before we do that though, let's use our last rope from Claire to remove 2 of these power tokens, because she's not going to have any, or Jesse's not going to have any defense on this. Okay, so this is going to be 9 plus the dice roll, and she can remove 1 of the power token, or she'll use her synergy to remove a power token. So 9 plus a dice roll. I was debating saving it or saving the salamander sword, because if you it's deal +3 splash damage if you defeat an enemy with this card, but I don't want to save this 9 plus a dice roll. All right, so 9 plus a dice roll, no matter what, is still going to be really good for her. But, come on, if we're going to get a 3. Come on, this would be a great time to get a 3. Watch, I'm going to get a -1. But she can re-roll. Oh, plus she has a 1. All right. Oh, it's a -1, so she's going to re-roll. Shouldn't have said anything. Okay, it's a 1, so that's a 10, 11 with her +1. Oh, but there is that one block, so it is 10. So wait, it was 9, 10, 11 plus a block. Okay, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for her because she can do diagonal. Thank God. And she has now attacked twice, so she can't attack anymore. And she is going to use the synergy token, which I think she already did. Yes, she already used that synergy token to remove 1. It has no block, so she is taking 4 damage. But let's block some of that. So I'll use the Lucrin gloves, so that way she only takes 1 damage. And now we have 1 more person to go. Oh, she needs to give synergy tokens. How many did she get? She got 1, 2... I think it's a 2. She has 2 to give out. So she is going to give 1 to Miguel and 1 to Ed. And I'm going to have Miguel go next for our last person this round. And he is going to use Precise Strike to attack Shorme. Oh my gosh, whoever attacked Shorme before, I think I didn't have them get damaged. Who attacked Shorme? I don't remember. It was Claire. Okay, never mind, because she had that one. I was like, wait a minute, that's a lot of power tokens. Okay, just kidding. You know what? Let's see if we have Sticky Trap. Maybe we should use that. Let's use Sticky Trap now. So we'll use our Sand Honey. It's not an attack, and we'll remove these 3. Okay, so this is Miguel's turn. He has 2 plus perception, which he has 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be 6 attack, no die roll, and he'll get a defense. But since there is defense there, so it's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's perfect. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he is going to block 1 damage, so he will take 1. And you know what? We'll just have him hold on to the synergy token for the next round. Yeah, okay. So that was our first round, and oh my god, this went far better than I thought it would be. They do not do anything on their turn. We got everything covered. So let's grab our next 5 cards, and we still have our double punch, and now we have our pistol, Thrax Pain, the other pistol, Screaming Skull, love it, and Storm Sword. The only thing that's kind of a pain is now a lot of things are kind of diagonals. But I'm not worried about it. I'm really not worried about it. Well, that could be interesting. Okay, so here's an idea. How about Azarius uses a Screaming Skull? Because that's the one that does damage need not be adjacent, but he has memory where Honey will give him 3 more, what is this? Precision? Is it precision? I can't remember now. Oh my gosh. Anyway, no, savvy. And we still have a Honey. So that means he would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 2, 9 plus the die roll. And he can actually use his stamina to get more, which would be 3. So that would be 10. So he could hit for 12 plus the die roll. And we can just get rid of these 2. Heck yeah. We're going to do that. We're going to use the Honey. We are going to get rid of all of his stamina. Heck yeah. And we are going to 100% be attacking Orfash. Oh, it wouldn't even need to be that high though. Dang it. So maybe he'd be going after sure. Oh, because it doesn't have to be diagonal. That's why. Or it doesn't have to be adjacent. Who has the most though? 5. Yeah, let's go for it. So we're going to use the synergy token to get rid of these 2 power tokens. We're going to roll. So we are rolling, what did I say? A base of 10 or 12? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a base of 12 plus the roll. And it's a 1. So, wow. Okay. I hope that's legal. Honestly, if it's not, eventually we're going to beat them because they can't really do much to us, but we're speeding it up. If I am cheating, we're just speeding it up. All right, so that was now 13. So close. All right, so this is 5, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Okay, I don't think any of those were synergy tokens, but I think that's okay. That's okay. So he's going to take 1 damage because he blocks 1. And let's see. Next up, let's have Miguel go next. He is going to use that synergy token to remove a power token off of Umlaud. And he is going to attack for a base of 6 plus a die roll. And he'll have 1 block. It's a 1, so that is 7. So he is just going to cover up this 6. That sounds good. And he can give a synergy token. It doesn't really matter right now because none of the things we have need synergy. But we'll just give it to Jesse, who's our safe one, kind of. And since she hit diagonal, since I use her a lot, he will lose 1 health. And we'll move that out of the way. Oh my gosh. I hope this doesn't turn into like some other next level crazy battle after this. I mean, probably not. And we're still doing okay. You know what? So I remember who went when. I'm going to actually keep the cards on them until the end of that turn. Okay. Or the end of our turn. So maybe next we will have, you know what? Ed hasn't done anything. Let's have Ed go. Let's see if he can take out Orfash. If he gets a like +1, then he can take out Orfash. So let's do a quick roll. And it's a 1. So Orfash is goners. Let's go. He gets to do a synergy token. He will give it to, let's say, Azarius. And who wants to go next? Oh, he has to take damage. He is going to take 2. That's fine, and we get 1 more turn. Let's have Claire use the other pistol, and she is going to attack, let's say, Umlaud. And it's a 1, so she gets a 5. That works for me. She is gonna go 3 and 5 there, and she will take 2 damage. So that is the end of that round. Our next 5 cards are Coral Sword, Bone Maze, Bloody Knives, Fire Blast Stone, and Wrench. So let's have Ed use the Coral Sword on Umlaud because he has the quick ability, which is if this character defeats an enemy, the final counter damage deals half damage rounded up, but he does have 1 block, so then he would get 0 damage, hopefully. And he has a base of 4 plus a 2 dice, so it's a little nerve-wracking. All right, let's see. I want him to get a 5. I want him to get 5 at least. Oh, he's only the 4. Gosh darn it. Let's use Claire's ability to re-roll that -1. As long as we get a 0 or higher. It's a 0. Perfect. So he takes out Umlaud. And so he won't take any damage because of his quick ability. And now, I feel like Charmaine should just run. Like, we took out our buddies. Let's go. All right, let's have Azarius go next with the Bone Mace. So he's going to roll 1. He has a base of 4 strength plus the 2. And he's got another 2. So that is 8. That's awesome sauce. We're going to cover that 3 and that 5. And he will use the synergy to block all the incoming. And let's give that synergy to, let's give it to Miguel. Okay, let's have Jesse go next with the Bloody Knives. And so we're going to bring back that second die. This is 2 plus the 2 dice plus a 2 more for the synergy token plus her 1. Okay, so it's a +1. So she is hitting for 6, and that is fine because she just needed the 5 here. I guess I could put the other 6, but I'm not going to lie. I am actually out of tokens. So let's just take let's just take this one off here, place that there. She's going to hand out a synergy, and we'll say she gave it to Claire. Of course, she used her synergy to get that +2. That is the end of the round. They can't do anything, right? One. Oh, wait. No, we get one more. We get one more. And she only has 3 left. So we want the sure thing. Jessie is going to go again with her double punch. She has a base of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the die roll. So no matter what, she is going to nail it. With that 1, we defeated the 3 gods.
The gods collapse on the ground, and a sulfuric cloud of smoke appears. By the time it fades away, the defeated gods have disappeared. Isarius watches the last bit of smoke clear away, wearing an expression of disbelief.
We beat them,
says Jessie, poking the ground where the gods had fallen with her baseball bat.
Are they dead?
Says Miguel, adjusting his glasses.
No, not dead. They're practically mortal now, though.
Says Mikra.
But you must hurry. The portal is about to close. Take your flying machine and go home.
Isarius glances at you with a half smile, tinged with melancholy.
I'm going to miss you all.
Thanks for everything.
By now, Eugene has the engines roaring. You're the last one on the plane, and when you climb inside and shut the door, you're greeted by hopeful and fearful faces. The plane shudders as it releases its grip on the yellow grass and soars toward the giant face in the mountain and the swirling god eye. The portal flickers as you grow closer, sputtering with the last moments of its life. A sudden screech shakes the plane and pierces your ears like a knife. The Health Ark's titanic shadow climbs up the mountain face. You can see it above you. It swoops down, eager to dash your plane against the cliffs. Then, an eerie song drifts over the mountain. The Health Ark slows, flapping its wings laboriously. It drifts to the ground with a massive thump, asleep, just as you fly through the swirling mass of the God Eye. Home waits for you on the other side. You can feel your heart racing. Have you finally returned home? Clouds surround the plane. In a gap ahead, something tall and majestic and red stands above a glittering sea. The Golden Gate Bridge welcomes you back.
We're home!
Jessie calls, and a cheer erupts in the back of the plane. Miguel radios the airstrip, and by the time you land, Ruby, Ed's daughter, is waiting with teary eyes. She runs to Ed and throws her arms around his neck, then dashes to Miguel, covering him with kisses. You jump onto your motorcycle, waving at them, and race away with a burst of speed. Already searching for the next adventure.
So since we also have more boxes checked on the Rebels track, we're also going to read 125.
In a desperate final battle, the rebels launch an assault on King Trucium's palace in Stormlock City. Emboldened by the unrest of citizens, the rebels put King Trucium in the dungeons and start a new government of elected officials. Stormlock City reclaims the grandeur and power it once had.
Okay, and so for helping the rebels, I got quest card 64, which is Courageous. Start your next campaign with this card. Return it to the magnetic box at the end of the campaign. Effect: once per combat round, 2 players may trade one of their combat cards with each other. If playing solo, draw +1 combat card per round. So I also added up all of the points. We finished with a score of 244. I feel like that's high, but we played for a very long time. So I actually started this on January 2nd of 2024, and we now just finished it March 20th of 2024. Now, granted, part of that was because of not filming for a month. Do not think that this takes this long to play. It really doesn't. Some of these days, I just between filming and editing, this takes a very, very long time, but you could totally play this like over the course of a weekend and complete the campaign. I think I was just super worried. Also, in the beginning, I was making the error where I wasn't using the stamina tokens correctly on the wandering encounters. So in the beginning, I also obviously did not camp probably as much as I should have, but I think if you're just kind of playing this on your own and not trying to do all the things that I need to do while I'm filming, you would complete this, but it wouldn't take you months. No, but let's see what we unlocked. And I also just realized that I probably actually should have had one more point for quests, because this one would have counted as a quest, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, you know what though? I also counted the starting equipment, so yeah, ignore that. That number doesn't work, right? Like, I forgot to take out the starting equipment. It's really just a beat your own score anyway, so it's totally not that important. Okay, so we unlocked 22 achievements. So we are going to get everything up to here. That's wild. So if you don't want to be spoiled by seeing what adventure cards and quest cards these are, I just wanted to thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. I can't wait to actually really play this again. It will be off camera, but there's so much still that I have to explore. Look at all these things that I haven't unlocked. It's wild. But thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Now, if you want to see what I unlocked, hold on one second. I'm going to grab those cards. Okay, so the first one we unlocked is a Lucran Claw Shot. That was for unlocking 3 achievements. Kind of cool. Can remove 4 power tokens. The next thing we unlocked is Quest 212, keyword row. Heinrich mentioned an old boat on the shore of the lake to the east of his camp. Interesting, we saw that boat, didn't we? For 9 achievements, we got Adventure Card 134, which is a fishbone bow, perception and craft. Ooh, interesting. For 12 achievements, we got Quest 213. When on this exact Atlas square, you may spend 2 time to explore here. Turn to 3 in the storybook. This location is a wandering encounter. For 15 achievements, we got Quest 210. Air Chase minigame. Oh gosh. You now have access to the Air Chase minigame. When Claire or Eugene flies a plane, the health rack attacks and you must escape her. What? You may play this minigame anytime outside of a standard campaign. For a real challenge, play the minigame when you take the fly action during a campaign. Oh god. Start with your current plane health. If you fail, you still reach your destination but have 0 plane health. Draw 1 star on your journey log if you land with at least 1 health. For each star, add 2 points to your campaign score. Turn to 135 in the storybook. This minigame is never required. You may ignore it. Oh my god. Okay. Quest card 209 was for 18 achievements, and it is a search for treasure. Last but not least, for 21 achievements, we got adventure card 135, and it is the fishbone spear. Oh, my plays damage diagonally. Oh, you know I love that. Oh my gosh. So those are, well, obviously then with our courageous quest card, everything that we unlocked for our first campaign. If you enjoyed this campaign and you haven't checked it out already, make sure you check out Meet Me at the Table. They did finish their campaign last night. I didn't watch it yet because I didn't want to spoil the ending for myself, but I can guarantee you what I will be doing as soon as I put all of this away. Oh my gosh. That's going to take me a minute, but a moment. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Oh my gosh, no, there's more cards here. There's cards everywhere. Cards everywhere. There's some here. This is going to take a minute, but I hope I just mixed everything up, didn't I? Didn't I? It's just separate these really quick. Oh my gosh, Jen, what are you doing? Okay. That is it for me and this campaign. Thank you so much for joining me. Till next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.